Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome to a Hit Squads video. As you can see, we've got Rambo 3 loading in the background. So Rambo 3 is the first one up. We've got 10 to go through, guys. This is movie number 14. So yeah, John, oh I love that sticker, John Menzies Records. Remember John Menzies? Oh. Now this, I absolutely love Sylvester Stallone. Adored the Rambo films growing up. It sounds weird to say it really, considering they were violent films, but hey, it was the 80s. And I can remember absolutely loving the Rambo films. I can remember being a little disappointed with this game. It's not a game that I particularly remember that well. I wouldn't say it was a bad game, just nothing great. Gauntlet style over the head missions, some shoot 'em up levels as well if I remember rightly. But it's got to be added, guys. You know, this isn't a classic like Rambo First Blood Part 2. Absolutely adored that game. And I think this was probably quite a late release on the good old Specky. By then I may have had my Mega Drive, and I can remember Rambo on the Mega Drive was like one of the launch games and just being blown away by the scene where you've got your longbow and you're firing at the tanks and that. So yeah, not one I'm familiar with, guys, but one I'm really happy to add into the Hit Squad collection here. So we've got number 14 in the movies, which is over here, and that fills a lovely gap right there, guys. Ooh, yeah. And next up, we've finished a little tiny subset on the Hit Squad. These are nothing to shout about, but quite difficult to get hold of. And we've got Fun School 2, released on the Hit Squad label for over 8s. So we've got that one. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them in the cassette city yet, so I'm going to leave that there like so. And then we've also got Fun School 2. Again, I'm not going to play these, guys. I'll load them up, make sure they work. And that's about as far as I'm going to get with that. Maybe I'll get my daughter to have a little play on them and see if she gets into it. I very much doubt it. Next up, we've got a title that's a little harder to get. I wouldn't say it's very expensive. You probably get it for £10 or under, but it's a tough one to get, and that is World Series Baseball. I do like a good baseball game, and I can remember this back in the day. I remember really enjoying this game. It plays a solid baseball game, and this is Sports number 4. I got this off Sinclair for sale, I believe, and yeah, managed to snap up when someone was selling their whole Hit Squad collection. I was quick to a lot of things on that post, if I remember rightly, but I commented in the photographs rather than the actual main post, so I did miss out to my good friend Glenn Edwards that just snapped every single one of them up, but I did manage to get cheekily in there with this one. So World Series Baseball number 4, that fills a nice little gap there, boys. Look at that. Yes. Next up, a game I absolutely adored in the arcades, and I can remember really enjoying the Specky version of this, and that is Dragon Ninja. Yeah, this is arcade number 25, guys. Again, this is not a hard one to get hold of. Quite a common title. It's just taken me a while to get hold of it for some reason. I did get this a while ago, but it was in really poor condition in a bundle, so it was good to get a better copy of it to add to the Hit Squad collection. Yeah, a great arcade game. Believe it was originally a Data East arcade machine. I can remember this being in our local seaside arcade. Me and my mates used to plough loads of 10p, 20p's into this game. A side-scrolling sort of beater, bit of platform elements. It plays a bit more like Shinobi, shall we say. Not as good as Shinobi, but a solid game and quite a solid port on the good old Spectrum. So that is arcade 25. Another gap filled there, boys. I'm liking this. I'm liking to see all these solid rows starting to form. So we've got a game that I never liked. I can remember the reviews being really big on this game and a lot of hype surrounding the game. But personally, it's a game I never got into, and that's Driller. It's one of these 3D style spacecraft kind of games. I was never into these as a kid. Still not today. I'd imagine it plays pretty awful today. But that is arcade number 22, guys. Oh, look at that. We've got a solid row forming there, boys. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Still got a way to go to catch up with David plays retro games badly and Paul, Mr. Bads. But we're getting there slowly. One to finish another little subset, I believe, and that is Pictionary. So we've already got Trivial Pursuit up there. We've now got to add Pictionary. Unfortunately, when you go for these sets, you've got to get the games you're really not interested in. And I can assure you guys, Pictionary is one of those. But we'll add that there. And the Fun School games, I think I'm going to add above it. Like so. Just to put them away, it looks better, doesn't it? And next up, a game I remember more fondly on the Atari Lynx. Can remember when I got my Lynx back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s when it was released. Saved up hard to get an Atari Lynx, and I already had a Game Boy. I just wanted a portable colour machine, and I can remember being blown away by a mate's Atari Lynx. So I saved up, I got an Atari Lynx, and this is one of the games I got with it, and that is Quacks. Doesn't play too badly on the good old Spectrum. Quite a faithful port. A good puzzler. I wouldn't say this is an amazing puzzle game, just an average one. There was so many of these style of games back in the day. But yeah, it was an average, maybe above average puzzle game. And this is arcade number 51, guys. So arcade 51. Hopefully we can start filling this out a bit. That would be good, wouldn't it, boys? And then we come on to two really, really great games. And one of them is a gift. And I've mentioned him already in this video. And that's Glenn Edwards. He sent me this game. He knew I needed it. He got a big bundle from somewhere. And he knew I was having a hard time of things. And he sent me this for Christmas. And that is Mikey. What a great little game. I don't think I appreciated this game enough as a kid. I can remember playing it. And a couple of my mates were really into it. But I think it was because I weren't very good at it. I'm better at it now. I've been playing this quite a lot. You start off in a classroom. And you've got to get around the classroom, collecting the hearts and avoiding the teachers. And then you move out of the classroom, which I don't think I'd done back in the day, and you end up in the locker room and in the corridors. And it really is a quality game. I absolutely love the box art to that. Awesome box art on there. And this is Arcade 13. So Arcade 13. Are we going to fill another gap? Yes, we are, boys. Yes, look at that. Another gap filled there. We just need number 2, don't we? And guess what? We've got number 2. Green Beret. Me and my mates lost hours on this game. Oh, the nostalgia with this one Spectrum game is mad. I can remember my good friend Zach. He was really good at this game because this is quite an unforgiving, tough game. I could get back in the day to probably the end of the second level, but he just blitzed it. I can remember him finishing this game. He was the only mate I had that could, and he was really, really good at this game. He actually had an Amstrad when we was growing up, and I had the Spectrum, and he preferred the Specky port. Don't think this holds up as well on the Amstrad. I know it's a pretty solid conversion on the Commodore 64, but to me, you can't beat the Spectrum version. This has got to be one of the best arcade port conversions on the Spectrum. It really is a solid game. Again, it's a side-scrolling platform actioner. One of the early sort of, can we say it, run and guns, even though your special weapons and bonuses is picking up like a rocket launcher or flamethrower, and you're actually only armed with a knife. But this was the early premise of like a run and gun for me, and I played this game for years and years throughout the life of me having my Spectrum. And even now I will load Green Beret up and have a cheeky little play on it, because it is such a solid game even today. And this is really going to sit proud in the Hit Squad collection. And there it goes. So we're finished 2 rows. I don't know when the next Hit Squad video is going to be, guys, because it's getting really, really tough now. And I'm into the teens now, I believe. I'm a little bit behind some of the other guys collecting these on the Spectrum. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Hopefully there'll be another video in the not too distant future. Even if I just pick up a few titles, I'll keep you regularly updated with a Hit Squad video. Well, that's it from me, guys. Until the next time, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.